NFL Draft Week. You know what that means. Rumors, smoke, half-truths, and about a dozen league sources who may or may not actually know anything. And right now, the buzz around Denver is this. The Broncos could be looking to trade up from the 20th pick. Yeah, trade up. Now, before we jump off the deep end, imagining Sean Payton orchestrating a move into the top 10 for the next franchise cornerstone, let's unpack what this actually means and whether it makes a shred of sense for this team. What's up, buddies? Welcome back. If you are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We cover all AFC West news here on this channel. Last week, Broncos GM George Paton said it straight up. Calls happen the week before the draft, but things get serious the week of the draft. So right on cue, Adam Schefter drops a nugget that Denver's been on the phone with teams above them, kicking the tires on a move up. But is that really news? Or is Schefter just echoing Payton's press conference like a well-dressed parrot? Either way, the talk's out there now, and that opens the door for a real conversation. Here's the internal conflict. On one shoulder, you've got the aggressive voice saying, trade up, go get your guy. On the other, the more cautious whisper, stay put. Or better yet, trade back. Stockpile picks, build smart. And honestly, both sides have a point. If Denver trades up, it's likely for someone they see as a difference maker. Think Ashton Jeanty, dynamic back, could be the best playmaker in this class. A guy like that behind a solid O-line? Yeah, it's tempting, especially if the Broncos believe they're one piece away from making real noise in the AFC. But here's the catch, this draft is deep. Running back, D-line, tight end, even wideout. These are areas where you can get legitimate contributors well into day two. So the idea of moving up for one guy, it's not crazy, but it's not automatically smart either. And let's not forget, Denver's not exactly working with a full war chest here. Trading up likely means parting with a future second, maybe even next year's first. Is Jeanty or Tyler Warren, or whoever they've got circled, really worth that? Especially when Payton and Payton have been preaching from the same hymnal, that the guy they can get at 20 might not be all that different from the guy they'd grab at 10. Maybe that's gamesmanship. Maybe it's the truth. Either way, if you're giving up major draft capital, the guy better be more than good. He better be special. And I'll be honest, I don't see it. I don't see this front office moving from 20 all the way up into the top 10. If anything, the smarter play might be the opposite. Trading down makes too much sense. This draft class is built for value in the middle rounds. You drop 5 or 6 spots. You're still in range for a guy like TreVeyon Henderson. Maybe you snag an extra second or third in the process. Now you're looking at 3 or 4 legitimate shots at guys who can contribute. That's how you build a roster. And while Sean Payton hasn't been a serial trader downer in his career, George Paton, he lives for it. It's the classic front office marriage. One guy likes to go big, the other likes to stockpile. So far, they've shown they're willing to compromise. Last year, we saw them trade up for Marvin Mims, then trade back into the third for Riley Moss. They play the board. That's what good teams do. This year, they don't have to swing for the fences. The house is built. The walls are up. What they need now is the furniture. The finishing touches around Bo Nix. Maybe that's a workhorse back. Maybe it's more depth up front. Maybe it's another rotational piece on the D-line to keep the front fresh in the fourth quarter. This draft doesn't have to be flashy. It has to be functional. And here's the other thing. If you're the Broncos, do you really want to give up next year's first to move up for a guy who, realistically, isn't guaranteed to start day one? Outside of maybe 1 or 2 backs, most of these prospects aren't walking into a starting role. They're pieces, not pillars. The smarter move, sit tight or slide back. Let the board come to you. Add 2, 3, maybe 4 top 100 players. Build the roster the right way. Because in today's NFL, the teams that win aren't the ones who chase fireworks. They're the ones who hit doubles all draft long. So if you're asking me, stay at 20. Trade down if the board falls right. Let some QB-needy team get desperate. Take their picks, build depth, and come out of this thing with a better roster than you started with. But hey, maybe you disagree. Maybe you think Jeanty's the guy. Maybe you believe in the go-get-your-dude philosophy. So, what would you do? Sit tight at 20? Trade up and go bold? Or trade down and stockpile for a deeper run? Let me know in the comments. Because whatever happens Thursday night, we're going to learn a lot. Not just about who the Broncos want, but who they think they are.